Hey guys, Millrick77 here. I got a couple requests for smoking some ribs, so I got me a fucking fat ass rack of ribs here, ready to go. I'm gonna show you guys how I smoke ribs. I know that when you get on the discussion of barbecue and smoking, it's kind of like politics and religion. You just don't go there. So I'm going to show you guys how I do a rack of ribs. Anybody can do the ribs any way they want to. I'm just showing you how I do it, how I like to do it. So the first thing I did was I defrosted my ribs. I rinsed them off in the sink. And now I got them here on the board. You watch a lot of guys, they'll trim like fat off of it, or back here on the bone side they take this membrane off. I leave all that intact. That's all flavor. All this fat right here will melt as it smokes, and it'll go into the meat and it will add amazing flavor. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm going to let you in on some of the ingredients I put in my ribs and all my ribs, including the sauce. But I am going to leave out one or two ingredients in my recipe because you guys ain't getting the whole story. So first of all, I'm going to start out with my dry rub, things I like to use. Okay, I got a whole arsenal of things I like to use. First and foremost, garlic powder. Very important. Secondly, almost just as important, onion powder. And then I've got this Grill Mates Smokehouse Maple. This is the best Grill Mates if you ask me. I have a bunch of them, but this Smokehouse Maple is probably the best one they have. And seasoned salt. You guys got seasoned salt? I'll try to take the sticker off, but it didn't work. This is soul food seasoned salt versus regular seasoned salt. This is soul food seasoned salt. Has a little bit more of a kick, different bit of flavor. And I also like Zatarain's Creole seasoning. Okay? And this is just my dry rub. Go ahead and get your garlic powder first. And go over the whole thing. About like that. You got to be generous with the garlic powder and the onion powder, in my opinion. About like that. And I'm also going to be smoking these on my new smoker for probably about 5 to 6 hours. So these are not going to get boiled like I normally do. If I was to do them on the grill, I would boil them. Right now I'm putting on the soul food seasoned salt. Now the Smokehouse Maple. This is good stuff right here. Once I found this, I was like, hell yeah, this is good stuff. And then the Creole seasoning. I sprinkle it all on there like that, and you get your hands in there, and you just rub, and rub, and rub, and rub. Rub it down in there, like you're giving your woman a back massage. Rub her in there. Get her in all the creases and the rolls. Get it all up in there. Oh yeah. Some people like to go really heavy with their rub. I kind of like to go about what you see there, a little bit on the light side. Nothing major. Just try to get it all over there, like I said, and all the little cracks and crevices. Flip her over. Give your hands a rinse so you don't get this shit all over your spice containers. And do the same thing on this side. some onion powder and garlic powder. And on the back side, you got this big flap of meat here. Don't forget about that. You want to make sure you get down and inside that. There's some onion powder. There's some garlic powder. Some soul food seasoned salt. Hell yeah. Some Creole seasoning. If I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's Creole. And some of that smokehouse maple. I'm telling you, this is good stuff, guys. If you haven't tried the smokehouse maple from McCormick's, you don't know what you're missing yet. Rub that baby in there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Work it on in there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now once I get my dry rub on there and all worked in, yep, just like that. As it starts going in like this is the side I did first, the juices of the meat will make it dissolve, and then it'll go down in the meat. The other thing I like to do sometimes is I'll get me a fork and I'll just go like this and poke holes in the son of a bitch. Not that this meat needs tenderizing, but what this will do, especially back here on this membrane that people normally take off, what this will do is this will open up holes in the meat. And then when you work it in, it'll go into those holes and go down into the meat. When I do steaks, I take the fork and I fucking put holes all through it. So now what I'm going to do with this, rinse my hands. I'm going to get me a big plate. Not like a plate's big enough for this whole rack, but I'm going to get me a big plate. I'm going to try to get my rack of ribs on the plate. Fold them in half maybe. Yep, there we go. I'm going to get me some saran wrap. Cling wrap, saran wrap, cellophane, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm going to wrap these puppies. You bastard. I'm going to wrap these puppies just like this, right? So I got my dry rub on there. And I got them wrapped up, and these are going to go in the fridge for a couple hours. And while these are in the fridge, and that dry rub's dissolving and going into the meat, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going outside, and I'm going to get my smoker ready, and I got to split up some cherry wood for the smoker. I'll bring you guys along for some of that. But these are going in the refrigerator right now. So there you go, there's my dry rub. You actually got all the spices in the recipe for the dry rub, but I never do the same recipe twice. I kind of kick it up here and there and do this and that. So there's one scenario for dry rub. I guarantee you when I do my wet sauce, you don't see the fucking all the ingredients. But here you go, guys. Go in the refrigerator. If I can find room, You know my fat ass's refrigerator is always full. Oh, it's hard to find room in Mill Rick's fridge. Unless you got a case of beer, then there's room all over the place. But I'm going to go outside and get the smoker ready. I'll bring you guys out there. Okay guys, so I'm at my wood hoard. My wood hoard, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pick out some wood for smoking. What I'm going to pick out of this pile is, that's maple. I don't want that. I'm going to be picking out some oak. I'm going to be picking out, that's maple. That's oak. I'm going to be picking out cherry, hickory, and oak. See if I can pull some pieces out of the center of the pile. There's a good piece of cherry. I should have separated this in the cooking wood before. Here's a good piece of cherry. More cherry. Where's the hickory? Here's a good piece of hickory. You can definitely tell if you smell it. There's a good piece. Okay, here's a few good pieces of wood to get started with. I got some oak, I got some hickory, some cherry. Should make for some good flavor. Now we gotta go over to the smoker and split that wood up real small. Okay guys, so I got my splitting maul here and I got my wood. And we're just going to be splitting and splitting and splitting and splitting. Until they're about a size like that, and then I'll take my chainsaw and I'll probably cut that into thirds. Prick. faster. So you guys get the idea. Split up all this wood here until they're all little sticks like that. I'll probably cut them into thirds with my chainsaw so they're pieces about yay long. Good job. And then I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, there's my smoking wood. I got some little pieces, I got some bigger pieces. We got it all set up there. You know it's gonna be a good manly meal when you use your chainsaw to help you cook. But I'm gonna take this over to the garden hose right now, and I'm gonna fill this up with water, and I'm gonna let the wood soak for a couple hours while the ribs are in the fridge, and then we'll have some good smoking wood. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to light this smoker now. It's just about noon, and the old lady gets home around 5:30, so I want to get this going so it's done for when she gets home. I noticed a couple of you guys were asking about a stack and whatnot for flow control on the smoker. I know a lot of smokers have a fucking chimney or whatnot, but since my fire is going to be over here and it's coming straight up through the center of the grill, you know, I got the little flange there, so it takes up the whole center of the grill. Most of the time what would happen is like the firebox would be off to the side and you'd have to get the smoke to go through, and that's why you would have a stack on the one side so the smoke would go through the grill and up. But since my fire's here and it's going straight up through the center of the grill, plus there's holes in the grill, the lid has a gap on both sides for plenty of airflow. This thing's definitely not airtight by any means. There's a couple of holes back there. So my idea here is the smoke's gonna come up and radiate out. You know what I mean? Come up through the center and then go out. Plus I have a flow control down in my chimney here, you know, to control the smoke. Less smoke, more smoke, pure smoke. So this is how I'm going to control my flow along with the airflow that I have here on the door. I can control the airflow, open a little bit, open more, open more, open more, to control my heat. And I can control the smoke flow with the flue, and the heat's just going to radiate up into the lid and out through the sides. So that's why my goal was to try to get an even smoke all the way across this entire grill surface. But I'm getting ready to light this thing. What I did was I laid down a bed of charcoals. My mom gave me these, I don't know why, Kingsford Match Light, and yeah, supposedly don't need any lighter fluid to light these. You just light them up and let them go. So that's what we're doing. We're going to try to light these things. And let them go. I've never used these kinds of charcoals before. They don't seem to be staying lit very well. But yeah, I'm gonna light this and get her going. I'll turn you guys back on. Okay guys, I got the charcoal lit. Gonna let that burn down so it's a nice bed of coals. And probably spread them out a little while, you know, spread them out. I also got bricks in here on top of sand so the bottom of the smoker doesn't rot out, and the bricks help hold in heat and whatnot. But I got those lit. I'm gonna open up my vent all the way on the front of this door. I'm gonna shut the door so she gets some air. She should be sucking air in through there. And I'm gonna open my damper all the way. I'm gonna open up the grill so she gets optimum flow through there to get these coals lit. Make sure she's still going. I got my wood over here. In the wheelbarrow. Soaking in some water. Making sure they get nice and wet so they'll burn for a while. That's more wood than I need for sure. I'm lighting these coals in here. I'm gonna get a nice bed of coals, and then I'm gonna set like 4 or 5 pieces of wood on top of the coals, and that'll make smoke. I also yeah, I can feel heat coming out here already. I also drilled a hole here in my grill, and I have a little digital thermometer so I can keep checking my temperature. I want to keep her between like 240 and 270 the entire time. I don't want to go any hotter than that, or else I'll be barbecuing and not smoking. So I'm gonna let these coals in here catch. They're doing a pretty good job, and then we'll be smoking, baby, and I'll bring you guys in for that. Okay guys, as you can see, I got some smoke going on. I wish you could smell the cherry. It's smelling real good right now. I got her going right now. She's fluctuating between 230 to 260. When the wind blows, the wind sometimes comes up in here and makes the temperature go down a little, but as soon as the wind stops, it goes right back up. So I'm right around 250, I would say. And I'm ready to put those ribs on right now. I wish you could smell it. This cherry wood smells so good. I took the other racks out because I'm not smoking a whole bunch of shit today. I'm just smoking the 1 rack of ribs, so I wanted all the room I could get for easy flippings. I got my ribs here. I'm going to unwrap these bad boys. Throw them on here. Bone side down for right now. Right in the center. I'm going to let these sit on here for probably the next 5 to 6 hours or so, if not longer. We'll see how it goes. And yeah. Now the other thing I got here, I know a lot of people do. You guys probably already know this, but if you don't, you'll find out. I got me a spray bottle, and I got me some apple juice. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking that spray bottle and the apple juice, and I'm going to be spraying those ribs about once every hour to help keep them moist, because they're going to be cooking for so long. I don't want them to dry out and get all tough. So I'm going to be spraying them once every hour with some apple juice in that spray bottle, and then when it gets down to like the last hour of them cooking, that's when I'm going to make my sauce and just keep basting it like every 15 minutes or so. At least every 15 minutes for the last hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, I don't know. But you want to keep the temperature low, like I said. Between 230 and 270, somewhere in that area. You don't want to go over 300 and you don't want to go under 200. And if you do and you have sugar in your sauce, you're going to burn your sauce. So you want to keep it right around there so you don't burn your sauce and it just gets that goodness. But yep, so they're on there now. Let's check my temp since I closed the lid. Yep, I'm at, wow, it says 166. Maybe I gotta open up that door a little bit, let the fire go. I don't know, this temperature gauge seems to fluctuate quite a bit. I don't know if it's super accurate, but as you guys can see, I got a pretty good fire going here. I got wood and coal and smoke in my eyeball, and I also put that rack of ribs on there, and that's probably blocking the smoke from getting to the you know, the heat's hitting the ribs right now, and it's not actually circulating. So there you go. It's getting up there though. It's slowly climbing. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that for the next, I don't even know how many hours, but they're guaranteed to be good. So I'll bring you guys back for a little checkup. Okay guys, it's been about 2 hours. I've been maintaining my temperature very well. I was already in here a minute ago flipping them around, but this is what I got going on. How's that look, guys? I wish you could smell this deliciousness. I decided to go ahead and take some apple juice, and I got it in an injector here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna inject little bits of apple juice inside these ribs for a little extra juiciness, because I can. That's why. And yes, every good cook does this. Takes little pieces off the edges. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Give her a little spray. Wet it down real good. Flip her over, give her a little spray. These are definitely looking good. Let me close the lid so I don't lose all my heat. And let's see what I got going on over in the firebox. I have my air tube about halfway open, and I have my flue all the way open. I got a nice little bed of coals in here. I'm gonna put some more wood in. Oh yeah, get this fire going good. I split up a couple of dry pieces to go along with these wet pieces. I'm gonna grab a couple more wet ones just to get a little smoke. Not like I need any, but so I got this fire going in here pretty good. I liked using the charcoal there to get this going. That worked pretty well. But yep, we'll get this baby cooking, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in another hour or so. But oh yeah, oh yeah. But let me try to lay the baby down for a nap, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm gonna make my sauce. I'm gonna show you, these are basic ingredients that you can put in your sauce. You can take this base recipe here and you can add anything you want to it and tweak it and make it your own. Like I said, these are some of the ingredients. I'm not showing you all, but these ingredients will make you a pretty decent sauce as it is. But I ain't gonna tell you my secrets for the other ingredients. This sauce is like a ketchup based sauce, I guess. So I don't even know, probably about yeah, that's good. Probably 12 ounces, so half of a 24-ounce container of ketchup. About 2 tablespoons of mustard. Again, this isn't rocket science. You can tweak it to however you want to do it. Probably a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. I like a sweet sauce. Some people like it spicy. I take my favorite barbecue sauce. In this case, I'm using Lefty's. And just a little bit, maybe a tablespoon. I don't know why, but that's what I do. Just a tablespoon. And then I take brown sugar. I'm pretty heavy-handed with the brown sugar, so this is probably going to end up being, I don't know, probably, I say a 1/4 cup. Probably a packed 1/4 cup, because I don't pack it, about like that. I say a packed 1/4 cup. And then garlic powder, about like that. Onion powder, about like that. And then instead of the soul food seasoned salt, I'm going to use regular seasoned salt. About like that. And then I get me a fork. I mix this puppy up. And you want to make your sauce a little bit beforehand, before you put it on your ribs, because the brown sugar will dissolve in the ketchup and whatnot. Otherwise it'll be gritty. I usually just let it sit there and dissolve and let the flavors kind of melt together. But yeah, this is just your regular sauce. Just like, you know, this is a base. You can take these couple ingredients that I put together here, you can add more of one and less of the other. You can introduce a totally different one. Sometimes, you know, you can put horseradish in here, you can put hot sauce in here, you can put spicy barbecue sauce in here. Anything really. You could put lemon zest in here, you could put pepper in here. You could mince an onion or mince garlic cloves and put fresh onion, fresh onion and garlic in here. The possibilities are endless. Just use your imagination and know what you like to eat and throw her in there. This is just a base you guys can use to make your own. You can never make too much. If you make too much and you don't use it all, save it in the fridge for your next time you barbecue. Gotta taste it. Yep, that's good sauce. It needs a little bit more spice. Not spice, but a little bit more kick, so give her a little bit more mustard. But yeah, guys, that's all there is to sauce. Be creative. Yep, that's it right there. So now I'm gonna add my couple other secret ingredients to that baby, and we'll be ready to sauce her up within the next I'd say about an hour and a half. I'm gonna start saucing, so check with you later. Okay guys, it's about 5 o'clock right now, so they've been on for 4.5 hours, something like that. We're right at 225 degrees. Oh, you guys see that? You see that right there? Oh. Oh. Time for the first saucing. It's about 5 o'clock now. I'm going to sauce these babies up, and I'm going to keep saucing until 6. And then these are coming off at 6 o'clock. It'd be right at about, let's see. I think that would be right at about 5.5, 6 hours, somewhere in there. Probably about 5.5. I think I put them on around 1 o'clock. Oh, lather these babies up. I like wet ribs. I don't like no dry ribs. Oh, yeah. I got sweet potatoes in the oven. Bacon right now. So we're going to have sweet potato and ribs. And I don't know if the old lady's going to come home and make some kind of rice or not. But we're going to have sweet potatoes and ribs. And something else, I know that. I want to make sure I get every square inch of these. Can't miss a spot. Oh yeah. Finger looking good. What do you think about that? Oh, oh, let's shut the lid. Oh yeah. I'll bring you back when we flip them and resauce them. Here you go guys, it's 6 o'clock and they're done and they're coming off. Gave it its final wipe. I'm just making sure I get all the crevices. Oh yeah. Phone's ringing. I ain't got time for that. We got couscous and sweet potatoes in the house. There's one side. Oh, there's the other. Done. D-O-N-E, just like yesterday. Done. We're gonna go in the house and I'm gonna go indulge myself. I'll talk to you guys later. So those ribs were fucking delicious. But don't take my word for it. Good?
Say yummy. Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy. Look at this fuckhead.
Yeah.
Baby said yummy, yummy.
Yummy.